Hi guys. So let's start the session. Good to see you all here. I'm Utkarsh Agrawal from UG Academics Wing of the Academic and Career Council. This session has been conducted to clear all your doubts regarding converting to a dual in the category A, and you will be provided with different pros and cons of the same to ensure that you are able to make an informed decision. Today, we have with us your beloved seniors, Mr. Vardhaman Jain, a Y19 dual in the Department of Aeronautical Engineering, and Ms. Shubhi Kant, Y19 dual in the Department of Civil Engineering. I request both of them to now take on the stage.
We'll be going turn by turn, or should we can take it together? Yes.
We can take it together. Yeah, you're audible.
Okay. Actually, my Wi-Fi went off, so less bandwidth might get stuck in between. Do tell me, okay, Utkarsh?
Yeah, sure.
So
That's now you are
so,
completely audible.
while sharing the screen, I can maybe stop my video. So, hello everyone. So I'm Vardhaman, as Utkarsh introduced. I'm Y19 dual degree from Aerospace Department. So I've prepared a brief PPT about dual degree. It won't be a very long PPT, just few pointers, necessary pointers. I think today's session would be more, should be based more on the questions you guys have, the doubts you have, and not what I know about dual degree or about my experience. So, okay.
We are like looking forward to an interactive session. So don't hesitate in asking us questions. Like that is how we would like to take the session forward. We would like to answer all your doubts, all your questions regarding dual degree.
So maybe I can share my screen.
Yes.
So we are here to talk about dual degree. So there are divided into three categories, but here we'll be focusing on the degrees are in the same department. Okay. So maybe category B and category C, you guys might be covering it up in some later sessions. So, okay. So I've taken this, maybe I'll share this slide with, I don't think everyone have gone through this UG manual. You can get to know more about the dual degree in this manual. So eligibility. So for applying for dual degree in the same department, the forms are released in November and April. After you have completed your 5th semester, you can apply for dual degree in your department after 5th semester. So basically after 5th, 6th, and 7th semester. So the forms must be out. No, you guys just completed your 5th semester. Yeah. So the forms must be out. So the eligibility criteria is students should have a minimum CPI of 6 at the time of applying. Students should have no backlogs in non-OE credits for the UG program or at the time of applying. So you can use the template in Pingala to see that you have completed all your non-OE credits before applying. Also, students opting for dual degree program will not be allowed to do double major or vice versa. So why dual degree? So right now, just covering up few pointers. You can always interrupt me in between and ask in the chat. So maybe I can go through the chat along with this presentation. Is category B allowed in eco? I think it's allowed in eco. You can go through that UG manual. Okay. So why dual degree? So like you get a master's degree along with your bachelor's in just 5 years instead of 6. So it's a good thing, great thing, saves a year. Second, a great help if you are targeting core companies for placement. If you have not seen this times, at least for in aerospace, there are very few companies coming for core placements, and that too are not open for UGs. But if you are a dual degree student, then you can apply maybe. But it's not open for UGs. There were many such companies, not many such companies, but because there are very less companies that are coming for core
Like
aerospace. Yeah.
this
Ashwin.
this was also there in like electrical engineering. Like even today, when I went there for my friend, like most of the companies for electrical were open for PG students. So like you can see that if you want a good core job in some branches, then like dual degree is the way for that.
Yes. So, good research experience if you intend to pursue a PhD at later stage. So, like you already know, on an average, everyone has around 50. If we average it out, we have around 50 credits each semester for 8 semesters. Uh, so, as per the UG manual, 50 credits mean you have to at least you have to at max devote 50 hours a week for that particular semester if you have 50 credits, and to get a research experience with it as well. Many people do it in bachelor's as well, like uh, everyone does. Like you can start working with professor, you can gain research experience through that. But uh, dual degree is a good way because you can get some thesis credits in the 5th year. The 5th year is solely comprised of your thesis work. You can take few courses, but for different departments in the last year you have different credits for thesis. For aerospace, mechanical, chemical, and civil, I think it is 72 credits for the last year. Is it right, Shubhi?
It is right, 72 only.
Yeah.
For MTH, you
Yeah,
just have to like do 2 projects. It is like that.
Yeah, it is 36. I guess it's 36 in the case of MTH. Uh, so 36 credits in 9th semester and 36 in 10th. And after your 7th semester, you'll get your PG roll numbers. So you won't be able to take more than 45 credits in any of the semester. So in 9th and 10th semester, you can take one courses extra along with your thesis work, but not more than that. So like in aerospace, we have to complete 6 PGDs and our thesis work. So, and around 3 OEs and 1 compulsory UGPs waived off. So effectively, I have to complete 2 more courses extra, and in last year, I have to complete my thesis work. So
For
good
civil
research.
engineering,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
for
go ahead.
civil engineering, you just have to like do 63 PG credits, and like it is not required that they are to be DE or they have to be like OE, but you have to do 63 credits and you get a waiver of 45 credits in OE and like about I think 9 credits in DE. So
Okay,
yeah,
so
Vardhaman, go on.
I'm looking at the chat right now. So do BTech EE guys get core company placements without MTech? So it depends on the company whether it's open for bachelors or not. So few core companies, those who are coming for core roles, so they don't open uh, for the BTech guys. So yeah, you can have a dual for that or a master's. Are both degrees considered separate as a single dual degree is my CPI calculated for the entire program? No, they are calculated separately. So your UG and PG CPI is separate. So you are going to get 2 degrees after 5 years. Is there any difference in applying after 5th, 6th or 7th semester? No, there is no difference. It's just
There
that
is no difference.
if you apply after 5th semester or 6th semester, you can maybe choose your template or adjust your template according to that. As I said, in aerospace, doing e- dual degree in the same department, you have to do 6 PGDs. So basically 3 PGDs in 7th semester and 3 in 8th semester. So for that, you have to adjust your uh, template according to that. If you decide at some later point of time, maybe you'll face difficulty selecting your Ds. So Arpit is asking, I had to complete 27 D credits by 6th semester, but I am doing OE credits instead of.
DE and
Yeah,
OE
it
credits are like adjustable. So like you can still apply for dual degree and cover up the DE credits later on. You will also, like, depending on your department, you might also get some waiver on the number of DE credits you have to complete.
I'm not sure about the D thing. Are you sure about the D thing? Should be like I was only sure
Yeah,
about
actually, like, I
non-OE.
also did not follow my template, but my application was accepted. So
Okay.
for
So I'm
the I
sure
also
about
like
the
I did not have any
like
DE credits in my 6th semester.
okay. So like I'm sure about the OE thing. Like if your OEs are not complete. So because around we have to do how many OEs? Like 54 credits are for OEs and 27 gets waived off when you get converted to a dual degree. Mm, okay. Apply for dual if one of my ICs is dropped and not failed. I don't think so that you can apply for dual. All the ICs should be completed before you are applying for your dual degree. Yeah. So if you do more than 6 PGDs, you can select the 6 Ds you want for your PGCPI, definitely. So like after the 8th semester, you are asked which courses you want to keep it in BTech for the BTech thing. And later what you have to choose for your masters. So you can take more than 6 PGDs and you can uh, choose for your PGCPI which of them you want to keep it. Can you opt out midway through my MTech or do I have to drop to a degree before itself?
You can opt out midway through your MTech.
Ha. Many even drop out at the end of the 10th semester, right? When
Yeah,
like after doing all the thesis thing. But if their thesis not up to it, they can always drop it at the end.
you can drop it
Uh,
anytime you want.
will recommendation from a prof be helpful in case one has a backlog?
I
Okay.
don't think so. Like, the dual degree application is decided entirely by the DOSA office. So you'll have to go there and talk to them before you like
DOA,
talk to the prof.
DOA office.
DOA office.
Does applying for dual in later sems come with a risk of being denied due to seats getting filled? No, but because
In category
generally,
A, like, you don't have any limits on number of seats.
yeah. So you can always apply after 7th semester as well. It's just that your template has to be adjusted according to that. Like I have friends who converted who are going to convert after 7th semester, but they completed their OE 54 grades as well. So if they applied before, they could have just replaced their OE credits with their PGDs. So moving forward, I just have a slide one. So going for PhD abroad, is like how does so my sole for why did I apply for dual was like I planned to do a master's abroad, but I was not going to settle there. So I always intended to come back to India. So my professor suggested that it would be better if like if you are planning to do a PhD as well, or you're not sure about it right now. So if you are planning to do a PhD, you can directly apply for a PhD. But if you're not sure about it, you can go for dual degree and get some research experience, like how thesis work goes, how it pans out. Then at a later stage, maybe you can apply for PhD. So how a dual degree? So after you complete your dual degree, you have a master's as well. So the first point suggests masters helps you if you are ready for a PhD. Like people, no one has in bachelor's we don't have anything except for UGP, which gives us a sense of research or something. But when you have to write your thesis or do your thesis work in your dual degree, you'll get a feel for what you are going for in a PhD. You'll have better chances of being admitted for a PhD, definitely. PhD application has to be very good if you are applying for a PhD. So they do see what is your research work, what are your research projects. Uh, you get a good LOR definitely from professor who you are working under. Also, you have a co-supervisor as well in a dual degree. You get LOR from him as well. So if you want to apply uh, for PhD just after BTech, so you must have you must be doing a really good work along with your coursework in bachelor's, uh, so that you have a good application, a good LOR, a good CV. A master's can help you finish doctorate programs faster. Like for example, if you are doing your dual degree in a particular field here, and you go for a PhD. So in PhD, you have to do course work as well. But if you have completed those courses here itself, you can transfer your credits there and you won't have to do them again when you're doing your PhD. So this was a brief PPT. Like I could have made it longer, but it was just a discussion, more of a discussion session. So I like to hear more questions. Maybe the host can allow them to uh, maybe switch on their mics and ask the question directly. Like otherwise, we'll have to go through these chat. Just bit.
Yeah,
We could
definitely.
ask them to raise their hands.
Yeah. Then you can unmute them directly. Okay.
I can see Arpit raised his hand. Arpit can go. Go and ask a question.
Hello. So can you please shed some light on what do we do in thesis work and how different is it from coursework, or how difficult is it or easy? And also how different are PG courses from the UG ones?
Okay. So for the first question, the thesis work is not something like your coursework. So in thesis work, you have to keep doing what your like you have your some at the start of your ninth semester or in the mid of eighth semester,
Like,
you can
yeah,
choose your
that depends upon like yeah, if you are working on some project under a prof and like you're working from a long time, even from your like even in your fifth semester or your fourth semester, you can like decide, talk with your professor and like lay out a timeline for how you have to do your thesis work. And like thesis work is not like coursework. you will have to like do a lot of literature review. You will have to make new tools, make new codes, make new
Am I
libraries,
stuck or
get some results.
I cannot hear it?
You're audible. You're audible. Hello.
No, it's to be your voice is clear. You continue.
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yeah. I just faced some problem at Birdman's end.
Okay. So like you can apply, you can like do, and you can like work on that project, or you can get an entirely new research topic. But like that will depend on you, how much you want to work, and like what your topic is, the amount of work you would have to like put in your thesis. So any other questions? Yes, sir.
Yeah, did you have a question? I guess then Satish can ask.
Yes, Satish. Go.
Yeah, my question was the topic of thesis is suggested by the professor, or do we find out ourselves what we want to work on?
You have to find like you will have to like talk to a professor who would be your guide throughout your MTech, and like the topic can be like, you can either join a research group like which are already working on some topic, or like you can talk with him and talk with him or her and like choose a new topic which you want to pursue. Like both of the things are possible.
One more thing I wanted to ask is, in my template, the thesis thing is divided in 3 semesters. In first semester, it is around 9 credits, then 27, then 27. So what does it mean that 27 credits of thesis work or 9 credits of thesis work?
Like in my 72 credits in the last year. So first I want to ask, am I audible, Utkarsh?
Yes.
Yeah, you
Okay. So like the 72 credits, after every 18 credits of work, your work will be evaluated. Like you have to present in front of like there will be many professors who will be, and they'll be awarding you grade after every 18 credits. So your evaluation will be done after that. So like you said, it is 9, 27 and 27. So 9 credits of thesis work is just like undergraduate project. So in few of the departments, the UGP is compulsory. In few, it's optional. You can replace it. You can replace your D with 1D with your UGP if it's not compulsory. So yeah, so like your 9 credits will be evaluated in one of the semesters, like maybe in 8th semester, and you will be awarded grade for that. Similarly, the 27 and 27 will be graded, evaluated in the midterm evaluation, and a grade finally awarded after the semester.
Yeah.
Okay. Then Aman, you may ask your question.
Yeah, so I just asked that if we apply for a dual in our 5th, like one of the sems, and then opt out of it in the 8th sem, what would happen to the credits that would get waived? Like the OE credits, some OE credits got waived. What would happen then when I opt out of doing the masters? When will I get to complete them?
Yeah, you'll have to complete your BTech credit requirements. So in the case like you do some PG courses, they can be counted either as OEs or Ds, and like they could be counted towards your BTech degree also. So like you'll have to like readjust your template and see like what is remaining, and you'll have to complete the remaining credits for BTech.
Okay, so I'll be able to convert the PG courses into OE or DE credits.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Pranjal, you may ask your question.
This is a broad question, but by broad, I mean it's open-ended. Do you have any general tips on how to decide if doing a master's elsewhere is better? Like, I mean, it takes more time, but then if you have like a better opportunity?
So masters in India itself, or somewhere abroad or something.
In India, funding is easy and like you have good.
Okay.
But
So for India, like if you already have someone in your mind who you want to do your masters under as your supervisor, like sometimes people are working under professors from different IITs or IIScs, so they think of doing their masters. Maybe they can give GATE and do their thesis work under him. Otherwise, saving 1 year is a better option than going for masters maybe. But like for me, it was a clear and obvious choice. Like I will definitely go for just 1 year added extra year I added, and I'll be getting my master's degree as well. And it's not like we are not in a premier institute or something that we have to look for. Like in India, there might be, if you have some specific thing in your mind, like if you want to work in this particular problem, which on which the research is going well in some particular institute, then maybe you should go for it. But otherwise, I think it's a clear choice.
Yeah, to add on to that, I would I would tell you, like, if you are thinking of masters abroad, then there are some universities which are with their, if you want to do a PhD, suppose there are some universities which only like accept which expect you to do masters from them only, and so like you will have to like look into that. If you're like looking for doing PhD, you will have to be like a bit more careful, and you would have to like scrutinize a bit more. You would like have to decide some of the research groups and then look forward what they require. Like for like what from for what I am targeting, I can tell you that for most of the European universities, they require a master's degree. So like from here I can get it in 1 year, while if I go for the masters in Europe or from Australia, it will take at least 2 years, and some courses even require 3 years of work. So like that is up to you, how you decide what you want. Okay, next is
Lalit.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, you're on.
yeah.
Yes, let.
I want to ask that I've done an OE in my department, and I wanted to be counted as a DE while applying for a dual degree. Is it possible?
I think
Like you opted for OE in your department.
And then by mistake, I had requested it as an OE, and I've not seen that. So I want to
Okay,
you
okay.
want
to
to
be converted
count
into
it as a PGD.
counted as a DE.
PGD or UGD, like
As a UGD for now.
UGD.
Maybe
Yes,
you can
I
like at the end of the 8th semester, if you want to get it if you want it to be considered as a D credit that you have completed, that could be done. But I'm not sure about the D credits that you have completed. Like non-OE credits should be completed before you should be applying for dual degree. I'm not sure whether they'll consider that if you are if Pingala is showing a backlog in D, then maybe you should contact your DUGC and
like the best way forward would be like you draft a mail and send it to your DUGC, asking them to like consider like to change it from UGOE to UGD. Whereas if you want it to be considered as a PGD, that is easily possible in 8th semester.
And someone asked that how difficult a PGD is from a UGD. So yes, PGDs are slightly advanced. But
But
yeah, it's fine. It's not much different.
most of the PGDs that I have taken are application based. So like your midsem and endsem component is significantly less as compared to your project work or
Yeah,
your lab.
exactly.
So like you can perform very well if you are consistent.
Like I asked the same from professor who was taking our UGD. So he said that UGDs are shallow but broad, whereas PGDs are much much detailed and but they focus on lesser number of topics. So yeah, that's the difference.
Arka, you can go on with your question.
Yeah, hello, good evening. So I would like to ask when after converting to the dual, when I have to finalize on my advisor.
So as soon as
After
there is no deadline to it, but like as soon as you can, like it would be preferable if you know that if you have done some projects under the advisor, if you have done some projects under the advisor, otherwise like as soon as you can, there is no deadline on it, but of course you will have to do it before ninth semester, before your MTech thesis work starts.
no, the supervisor thing you have to decide in this. Like I filled
Yeah,
the
but
supervisor form in the 7th semester. You have to
yeah,
fill your
for some
supervisor form
departments.
in. Oh, okay. So I had to fill my supervisor form in 7th semester. So yeah, so
Okay,
it's
so you
compulsory
converted
that
it
you,
after fifth and then fill the supervisor form.
yeah, even if you convert after 5th or 6th, but you have to confirm your supervisor till 7th semester. But if you convert after 7th semester, so maybe during the 8th semester, you have to select your supervisor.
Yeah, in 8th semester, you have to, before you enroll in thesis credit, you have to have a supervisor. And that depends on your
Yeah,
department when you have to, the deadline depends entirely on your department.
exactly.
And one other thing that is if I have not opted for an ESO credit, I mean if I have dropped, not filled, so does it make me eligible or ineligible?
I think ESOs, I don't think uh, at that time, if I guess you can maybe.
You can
I'll have
apply,
to look
but you
into
will
it. I'm
have
not
to
sure
like
actually.
complete it. You will have to complete it. Yes, also.
Complete it before application or
Yeah, because
when-
in
Like if that depends on which semester
not
you
all
are applying.
ESOs,
Like if
like till the template. Yeah,
till the
in the
template you have
template,
to.
complete.
Okay.
Like if you apply after 5th semester and you have, and there are 2 ESOs that had to be completed before that, then maybe you are supposed to complete 2 before applying.
Okay.
Like that also depends on your template. If you have a fixed ESO, like you have to do ESO 202 only or ESO 204 only, then that have to be completed. Otherwise, if it is negotiable, then you can do a little bit of like up and down, like you can complete it next semester or semester before.
Okay. Good.
Lavanya, you can go on with your question. Lavanya? Okay.
She can't
Can't
unmute.
unmute.
Okay, so if one is pretty sure of doing a PhD, like they
Okay.
will be doing a PhD for sure. So would you recommend
Okay.
rather for a PhD directly after bachelor's, or would it be better to do masters and then go for like dual degree or masters and then go for a
That
PhD?
depends on where you want to do PhD. Like I can tell you about the universities I am targeting. Most of them require a master's degree. So that's why I'm pursuing a master's degree. Otherwise, you can also get in some of the universities, you can get a direct PhD after BTech. That is also possible, but you will have to like do your research and then decide what is good for your case.
In
course,
aerospace, like Lavanya, like you won't get a difficulty in applying thing. Like they consider student from bachelor's itself. There are very less universities that require masters if you want to go for PhD. But a dual degree, a master's degree help definitely. Like,
Yeah,
if you are
master's
doing
degree
it,
definitely they make your case stronger. You also in the master's degree you
Yeah.
have a better chance of getting your publications, which are like highly regarded during PhD applications.
Acha, okay. So it's kind of preferred to do some research work before it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Like I know, I have friends that published few research papers during their bachelor's only, so they're not opting for dual degree. Maybe they'll get directly admitted in PhD.
It is very, like very possible to get a PhD after BTech, but like you have to like get in, like you have to look at it from case to case. For each research group, it is a different requirement. For each university, it is a different requirement. So you need to do your research.
Okay, okay.
Ask Pratik.
My question is that in which SEM can we apply for direct PhD?
7th semester.
7. Okay,
Or
thank you.
if you are computing your degree earlier, then you can even apply in 6th semester or the summer.
So in that case, there won't be any requirement of dual, right?
No.
Okay, thanks.
Hisham, you can go on.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes, Shisham.
Yeah. So in my template, 9 credits of the thesis is listed under the summer after the 8th semester. Does that mean
Okay.
we have to compulsorily stay on campus in the summer and no internships can be done at that point? Or is that
No, I think you can that you can adjust, and like if you have 36 less than 45 credits in your 9th and 10th semester, you can definitely shift your thesis credits at that time. But still
Should I do that?
consult your supervisor. But still,
And if I
like
do that,
Consult your supervisor before doing anything on this.
yeah.
Yeah.
that's all. Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else wants to ask a question? Or you can, yeah, Shubham.
What would be is there any con of doing this dual degree versus master's?
Yeah, the first con that I can think of is that you get your degree 1 year late as compared to the BTech students.
No, he's asked.
So,
Acha,
like,
okay.
No, I'm asking
Yeah.
disadvantage of. Acha, okay, sorry.
She's talking about that all your bachelor's mates will be gone and
friends will be gone.
you'll be left here. So other things, okay.
Other things like that entirely depends on you. Like as far as the
Over
disadvantages
a
go,
master's.
over a master's, like it is possible. Like if you are opting for dual degree specifically to prepare for placements, then it is possible that you might like there can be a little loss for you because like there are some companies which kind of like are not open for dual degree students, but they are very few.
But if you are comparing it with masters, that too in India, there's only one con that I can see is like if you are aiming for something but in particular, like I discussed before, if you are aiming for someone in particular, an advisor or a particular place that you wanted to do your masters from, or a topic which is not a very good research thing in IIT Kanpur. So maybe yes, then it's a con. Otherwise, I don't think how a dual degree
As far as masters in India is concerned, like I think dual degree is a
inferior
better
to a
option.
master's degree.
Okay,
Uh,
thank you.
Shubhi, you just explained something about a direct PhD in IIT Kanpur, na? So can you just explain it once again? There are a few questions, few people asking direct
So like
message.
you can apply for a direct PhD in India or abroad. And like as for India, as far as I know, the CPI requirement for IITs is 7.00, and you have to like, I think like after BTech you can apply for PhDs at IISc, IIT Delhi, even IIT Kanpur, and all the other IITs. And like you will have to give some interviews, some tests. Sometimes they also require gate score or net score. So like you will have to give those competitive exams. But like it is a better option, and even abroad you can get a PhD directly after your BTech. A lot of universities are open to that. Even MIT does that. So like you will have to like I would suggest, like if you are opting for that, make an Excel sheet, make a group of list of all the universities and their requirement for PhDs and the targeted research group at that universities. In that way you will be able to decide better whether if you should do an master's or like apply for direct PhD. Also, like if you have some like sort of a publication during your BTech, then there is a high chance that you can get a direct PhD from abroad or even in India.
So any
anything
more
else?
questions?
So there is a question that if we have talked to our supervisor, can we start working on thesis before it officially starts in the program? Yes, you can.
Yeah.
And if we have any fresh backlog, can we apply? That depends on like what kind of course that fresh backlog is in. I think if it's in a template, like in a compulsory course, like a fixed ESO or like a DC or IC, then I don't think it is possible.
I guess there is a question on to the supervisor.
How to explore to choose as supervisor.
Okay.
So yeah, like you can look up their website. Like most of the supervisors, many supervisors are in charge of some of the old professors are in charge of some or the other lab. So you can contact their students working in the lab, what kind of work they do. You can set up a meeting with them. They are more than happy to talk to you. Then you can, according to your research interest, maybe you can contact the professor and have a chat with him. So that would help.
Like I met my supervisor through through a UG course. So like it is possible that if you do very well in some course and you want to pursue pursue research work in that field, then you can talk to them.
And I met through Surge. So yeah, Surge helps a lot.
Yeah, Surge helps a lot.
And someone has asked, what about UG minors in the case of a dual student? So yeah, you can
Get
still
UG minors. Still get UG minors. In fact, a dual degree gives you more time. If you have 1 or 2 courses remaining, you can do it with your dual degree depending on your template. And is gate score is required for applying for PhD in the same IIT? Like that depends on the IIT. Everyone has a different criteria.
And something I want to discuss about is like during the last year of your dual degree, so you get paid as well per month, some for TA-ship, but for that your CPI must be above 8, or you have given you have some gate. Yeah. So if your CPI is not above 8 and you still need
if you still want to become a TA or
scholarship
something, you can
compensation
qualify
or TA-ship fee.
Gate. And is it a better option to opt for dual degree if we think we are not totally prepared for placement and require some time?
And that's a very personal thing. Like depends on person to person. So people do opt dual degree for their place to prepare for placements next year. But there's nothing like I can suggest you on that, like because
That
it's not the
entirely
case for
depends
me.
on you. Like, yeah, if you think that you need one more year to prepare for placements, then like go for it. But like, don't make it don't make it that like that you are only doing coding and stuff and not focusing on your thesis. That won't be good for you.
Yeah, because if your professor gives X, so you won't be,
You
so
will
you
have
have
to
to
repeat
wait
it then.
for 6 months. Yeah. So it's almost time, I guess. If you have any more questions, like we can wind up quickly. The session is till 7. Kush? Hisham.
Yeah,
Okay.
Hisham.
So you said like the professor giving an X. So is thesis graded SX? Is it counted towards the PG CPI? What is
No,
the
It
it's
is not
A.
counted towards thesis credits, S or X.
SX only?
SX courses grades are never counted towards like
Yeah,
CPI.
because thesis is an SX course. Basically. That's my question. Is this
Thesis is an SX course.
is it?
I don't think thesis is SX, but you do get
Yeah.
X. X is similar to
Yeah,
F.
F.
It's just it's
You also
not
get I
satisfactory,
for
but you
incomplete.
do get a grade. I think you get a grade for thesis.
I also think we get a grade like ABC, something like that.
Because the UGP thing is graded. So I guess theses are graded as well. A, B, C, X.
Oh, Aditya.
During when I'll be applying for the dual degree, I'll be behind my template by one department elective, not as a backlog, but I'll be behind by the template by one department elective. So
That is allowed. Department elective and open elective you can be behind, but DC, IC, and like fixed courses should be completed.
okay.
Yes,
DC, IC, and DSOs. Is this the rule?
Yeah.
DSOs, if they are fixed, they have to be completed.
Okay. Fine. Thank you very much.
Anyone else?
If you do not have a doubt, you can leave them.
In what cases can withdrawal be denied? I think it's allowed, yeah.
Withdrawal is allowed. You can like in the UG manual, it is clearly stated that student can apply for withdrawal at any point in the program. But for getting the BTech degree, you will have to complete the BTech credit
Your BTech
requirements.
credits.
Yeah. Yes, it is same for dual degree in other branches also.
If there are
So,
no more doubts, maybe we can end the session.
Maybe we can wind up.
Yeah. What about courses of 4th year if I opt for dual? When are you going to opt for dual? Like you have to complete your BTech course, the BTech credits. Only 45 OE credits are waived off. Not 45.
And some DC. Like for my department, it is 45 OE credits.
Okay. So in my case, it's 27 credits for DEs and 9 credit UGP, compulsory UGP is waived off.
And 9 credits for
36.
DE in my department. 45 OE credits and 9 DE credits are waived from BTech template. But 63 credits PG elective have to be done. So 63 credits worth of. So
Does the course template suffers a change if opted for dual even before the master year starts? Yeah, in 7th and 8th semester, you have to
you will have
accommodate
to
for
overload.
the,
A little bit of overloading has to be done depending on your department.
but not too much. I guess
Not-
it would never cross, like it would be max 60 or 58.
Yeah, maximum 60. Maximum 60.
Because 7th and 8th semester
Oh, Vardhaman?
Vardhaman, you are lagging.
You can add more number of courses and you won't. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, Vardhaman, can you repeat your last line? Like you lagged a lot.
Am I audible now?
Yeah, now you're
Yeah,
clear.
yeah, you are audible.
Okay. So I was talking about like the 8th, 7th, and 8th semester is relatively lighter. So even if you overload a bit, you won't feel much difference from as compared to your 6th semester. Maybe your 8th semester would become similar to your 6th semester in terms of load. Does doing dual in dual? Yeah, I don't think.
We don't know about this. Like, I won't say that it reduces replacement package.
Yeah.
Like the day one companies are mostly open for all the branches. They depend on what you write in the test, what you do. Not if
But
you
you
are
can
not on whether you are a dual degree student or even your branch doesn't matters for most of the companies.
but still have a look at whether it's open for dual degree or not. Many
In
companies
fact, there are
close.
like as far as I know, there are better options for like master students in MTH as compared to BTech students because like a lot of companies prefer CSE, MTech and MTH, MTech, MS students. They are specifically open for them. I've heard that we get different UG and PG CPI. How does that work out?
So you have to opt for your BTech courses at the end of the 8th semester. So whatever is left, you can choose your PG courses from that, the PGDs. So you'll get PGCPI from that.
At the end of 8th semester, you get at the end of 7th semester, when you apply for 8th semester, during add-up period, you get a new roll number and you at that time you have to decide what are BTech grades and what are PG credits. In STS. Is doing dual in STS come in category A for MTS students? STS. What is STS?
Statistics and data science.
Oh, it is the new department. I don't know about it. Vardhaman.
It's a new branch. Yeah, I am not aware about it.
Yeah. And they are always kept separate. Like we don't say the overall CPI. You have a BTech CPI and you have an MTech CPI. They are separate.
I guess then we can conclude this session. Thanks a lot, Shubhi and Vardhaman, for joining and clearing the doubts. So thanks to all the audience for joining also.